Alright, yo guys, we're gonna be talking about Black Ops 5 and Cold War. And today I'm over here with Joshi. And he knows a lot about the Cold War. He's really smart and he'll help me out, answer some questions, and talk to you guys about it. So let's get it. The description to his channel is down below.
Alright. So, what are we talking about first about this Black Ops 5?
Alright, mainly, what is the Cold War, bro?
The Cold War is it's a war between it's not really a war, but a war between the US and the USSR, as we all know it as Russia today. Pretty much, it was started because of the relations between them after World War II, and how different the ideologies of each country was.
And when did it start?
It started in 1949, for a few years after World War II ended, and ended in 1991.
And then in 1991.
91.
And I think in some areas ended in 1992, I believe.
Yeah, there's some people saying that 1990 and 1991 or 1992.
Yeah, so it's not confirmed, but it did end around that era.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's rumored that Black Ops 5 is gonna be based in the Cold War. We don't know for sure, like, if it's gonna be throughout the whole Cold War or a specific era. It's I believe it's gonna mainly focus in Vietnam.
That's a pretty good speculation, but I'm pretty sure that has been debunked. That's gonna be like all of the Cold War.
So it's gonna be throughout the whole Cold War. I don't mind that. I actually like that.
In Cold War, it's not a bad time to set it in.
It's really not. But there is a lot of rumors that the next Call of Duty 2020 is gonna be Black Ops 5, and it's gonna take place in Cold War era. So it's gonna be like a multi-decade timeline of the Cold War from the 1950s all the way to the Vietnam era.
That's what I'm believing, or it might be past that to the 1970s.
And
where it, like, starting to end.
There's also, they said it's gonna be like a prequel to the previous ones.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I hope it's related to Black Ops, like the timeline, because you know how they went to the future and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was during the 1960s.
So were they? Go ahead.
Oh no, I was done.
So where did it take place? Where was the war fought? In what countries? In what places? It
was pretty much fought all over the world with many proxy wars. Cause they never actually fought like in direct. They fought like in smaller conflicts with other countries and taking other countries' sides. For example, the Korean War. The North side of Korea was supported by the USSR, and later of the war, China. And South Korea was actually helped by UN coalition led by the US during the 50s.
Because I believe that's when North Korea and South Korea started like to split. And that's when Korea turned to North and the South, correct?
They actually split them after World War II. They made one of the leaders, the Kim Il Sung, and he started to attack the South because he wanted the Korean Peninsula united.
So we believe the maps are going to be mostly in Vietnam.
Vietnam, I believe it, since like
because we have in the past, like the jungle, that's a Vietnam.
Yes, not like most war-based places people think of when it's jungle-based is Vietnam, because that was the major war during the Cold War.
And there's also a lot of movies based in that in games.
Yeah.
So what kind of weapons do you think we're gonna be seeing, bro?
Mostly maybe like the first one are gonna be like the AK and the M16. Those were like the two major guns people were using. Also, other guns will be like the Kar-98 maybe, and like semi-auto weapons like the M14 as well.
The M14? Oh, that's right. I believe around that era, that's where they started bringing those guns.
Yeah, the semi-autos. It was like near the end of the World War II. They started bringing in semi-autos.
It was a completely different war compared to the World War I and II because weapons were more advanced, guns were more advanced.
Yeah. They actually start to use more burst, full auto weapons. I mean, the weapons. I mean, those gonna be part of real life too.
Like, what weapon you want him to bring, or what weapon you hope it's in the game?
I mean, the M16, of course. I mean, it was a really good weapon, like back in Black Ops. I'm pretty sure it's a good weapon then, and I hope it is a good weapon during Black Ops 5.
The MP5 has been one of my favorite guns in every game that's available.
And they might actually add that in
I'm pretty sure it's like really popular amongst like the community.
Yeah, yeah. It was. I think it was invented during the Cold War.
Yeah, and like you said, the AK-47.
AK-47 is going to be in the M14 is going to be in it.
Yeah. The Type 56 was also in the Cold War. Vector SS7.
The Vector was. I believe PPSH was during World War II.
It's like all the AKs, like the AK-47, AK-63, the Alpha M44, AMD 65, and the AA-52 machine gun.
Yeah, pretty much all the like popular weapons
at the
that
time,
you know during this time.
Like the automatic ones.
Yeah, full automatics. The M16 is probably gonna be a burst axe, and it is in most games.
They might name them different because we have that in the past where like they have a gun in real life, but in the game is different.
Probably, yeah.
But they have so many guns. I don't know if they're gonna go with like, for example,
just gonna go with the more popular ones.
For example, Modern Warfare has a lot of guns, and like every update they add new guns, new stuff, right?
Yeah.
And also, I like how you can customize your gun however you want. You can turn a assault rifle into a submachine gun if you wish. Kind of turn a submachine gun into an assault rifle. You can like do whatever you want. So many things you can do. Hopefully they bring that back, or they keep that in like the game.
Yeah, but with like past Black Ops, they added a 10 slot limit, so not really a fan of that. It limits you.
Was that on Black Ops 1? I can't remember. No, I don't think it was a limit. There was a limit on the customizations, like the attachments you can add to your gun.
That was the attachments. But at Black Ops 2, they started to implement the
limit. I remember that.
For customization.
And I wasn't big on that either.
And hopefully they remove that into Modern Warfare is doing right now, and 5 slots for your weapon, and you can do whatever else you want with your perks, your tacticals, your lethals.
Also, I wonder what they're gonna do with the perks. Are they gonna bring the old ones back to like you reach a certain amount of level or max on your perk, and then you can go pro? Like there was Scavenger, and then they had Scavenger Pro. You know what I mean? They had Ghost, and then they had Ghost Pro or Pro Ghost.
Probably. If they did that in the past, and if people liked it, they're probably gonna bring it back.
Because they be changing a lot of things, taking things we don't want.
I mean, if the fans want it, they're probably gonna implement it in the new game.
Yeah, because they started being good at listening to the fans. That's where they went from.
Oh, okay. Yeah, MP5 was made during the 60s, so it was definitely used during the Cold War for like the Germans.
They had it in Black Ops 1.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be used, hopefully. Because during the 60s, I'm pretty sure German divisions that helped the US used the MP5. The Dragunov is actually gonna be it's gonna be a sniper in it, which I'm actually don't know. Dragunov.
Not a big fan of it, but that's good.
I am not either. Yeah. M1 carbine. See, it depends what time of the Cold War it's gonna be based on, because there's so many weapons used in it. So it's probably gonna be based off of different times.
Well, it's just like I said earlier. It's gonna be based from when it started to when it ended.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be all kinds of weapons.
And that's what we can base off, like what the weapons are gonna be like.
We're also gonna get the Scorpion. Remember that?
I actually didn't hear about that. You are?
Yeah, this is M72 C-Shake. I'm sorry if I'm saying this wrong. The Scorpion submachine gun, and that was used by the Philippine Army.
Filipino. That's actually for me.
Yeah.
Since there's like so many smaller countries.
I do remember running duels sometimes just for fun, or people running duels with their guns on Black Ops 1 with the Scorpion.
Yeah, I mean that will be pretty good to have. It is SMG, it's fast shooter.
Yeah. The FN Fall. Huh?
Not a good assault rifle, but it could be good for long range.
Some, you know.
Yeah, SKS. SKS is gonna be one. The model 1949. As I said before, the Dragunov will be a popular one that everybody knows. RPD, the RPK are gonna be some big like AK variant. So, actually talking about that, I don't know if they're gonna make them actual guns as an LMG category, or they're gonna make it like an AK variant of it.
Like put it. I think they're gonna keep it like MW to, or like I said earlier, when you could turn them into assault rifles or submachine guns.
Yeah.
But the variant belongs to where it should be. Like if it's a submachine gun, they're gonna keep it in a submachine gun, you know.
Yeah. The Mac 58 used by the French. I don't like guns from like other countries. I don't expect to see. Mostly like U.S. and USSR based weapons. Maybe some German. The Germans made some popular guns for the Cold War.
You think they're gonna bring any maps back?
Maybe
based in the Cold War.
Based in the Cold War.
I know Jungle might come back as a remaster,
Jungle,
or like
maybe might get wrong, but firing ring.
Yeah, that's coming back for sure. I believe in some resources they talking about it.
Nuketown might be coming back with
that's
like,
for sure. A lot of people are tired of it, but to be honest,
I mean,
Black Ops is not. It's not what it is with Nuketown, and Nuketown is not what it should be with Black Ops. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It was the first popular map of Black Ops, of the Black Ops series.
Yeah, like I love playing that game with friends, just free for alls or stuff like that. It's a fun map.
It is very fun.
It's a must-have.
The firing range and Nuketown are like two must-haves for like a Black Ops game. But you never know; they might not bring it back.
What if they
It
go?
could be a surprising thing.
Somewhere in Korea, North or South Korea.
So they go like in North-South Korea. Like, what kind of like maps are you gonna get, or?
Yeah, like we it could be anywhere, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm expecting like maybe some kind of some kind of like trench themed, or maybe since it was a pretty big war and it caused a lot of trenches. Or because North South Korea, there wasn't really much jungle then because of the Japanese trying to make factories to help them during World War II. So I expect not a lot of trees over there. So I don't expect like any jungle maps.
I like the jungle maps. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, if we're looking for like any jungle maps, it's gonna be like Southeast Asia, like around Vietnam, the Cambodian Civil War.
Now let's talk about the campaign.
Ooh, the campaign.
Yes, it's been confirmed. We're gonna have a campaign because all of you all know Black Ops 4 didn't have one. They skipped it. rumors said that they were gonna make one, but at the end they canceled it. But I don't believe they started at all. Alright,
I mean,
so they are gonna have a campaign. The Call of Duty,
yeah.
they started with the campaign mainly, and ever since then they kept it until Black Ops 4.
Yep. And if it is confirmed by, and it's based around the Cold War, and then it's most likely gonna be that the war that is going. If it is based in the Cold War, then it's probably gonna be like different parts of the war, like Vietnam War, Korean War, maybe even some unexpected wars like the Angolian Civil War. Maybe it might be even some small conflicts that happened between them, like I think it was the German border conflict, or something like that, where at Checkpoint Charlie, Soviet tanks and U.S. tanks were faced off against each other. I don't know the reason, but there's both the president of the U.S. at the time and I think it's guessing leader of the U.S. Of the USSR didn't want to go to war, so they had to escalate it down.
Yeah, because the original Black Ops was set in the 1960s during the original Vietnam War.
Yeah. That this is all based on spec capping because people are thinking it's World War III.
Yeah, so far nothing is confirmed yet. But these are just rumors that are backed up by reliable resources.
Yeah. Because people saying it's the Vietnam War might be true, but it might be so much bigger than just the Vietnam War.
Well, it's gonna be like Vietnam, something with Korea.
Something with Korea, like during the beginning.
And of course, we can't have a game without Russia. You already know that.
Yeah. I mean, there's actually another major one that people actually forgot about, which was the Afghanistan Civil War, which was actually towards the end of it. So if it like is during like the whole Cold War, they're probably gonna add that near the end.
We don't like. They don't keep the campaign based in real life. That's the thing.
That is true.
Yeah. So they are gonna have the same eras, guns, but the story is not gonna be based in real life, of course.
Yeah.
So I can't wait to see what they do with it. I enjoy the
general they made up during this during the Cold War, but they're probably gonna keep like the timeline real.
Yeah, they're gonna try. So perhaps they might push the reset button and just reboot Black Ops with new characters and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I'm finding a lot of the articles that say that it's gonna be based around the Cold War.
Yeah, we're gonna have Cold War for sure.
I mean, there's also people saying that it might be during like the Vietnam War.
Contact here. Target sighted.
Enemy near Main Street.
Yeah, I think we covered everything, to be honest.
I think we did.
Everything that we wanted to talk about. Unless you want to add something else to it.
Nah, I think I'm good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Alright.
So we're done. Alright.
Hey, thank you.
Alright.
Well, thank you so
No
much,
problem.
Yoshi, for being here. Talk about the Cold War.
No problem, man.
It was fun. And like I said, this was mostly for entertaining purposes. Nothing has been confirmed yet.
Nothing.
And it's just a passion. We like Call of Duty. We like shooting games. I like talking about war.
Oh, I like learning.
I like
about
learning
history
about
in
war.
general.
Yeah, there you go. So don't take everything we said serious.
Allied cruise missile away.
And just to some things we have read or or heard. If you guys know anything or want to know something, just comment down below. What are your thoughts about the Cold War, Black Ops 5 coming out? Are you gonna get the game? Just let us know. Are you excited? Are you not? Just let us know what you think about the game. And thanks for watching. You got anything to say, Joshi?
And all I have to say is have a good day.
Alright, and like I said, his channel is down in the description below.